Hey guys, I just gave my dad a call. I left him a voicemail, wished him and my stepmom a Merry Christmas. So here's a Throwback Thursday video. Yeah, stories of Christmases long ago. So here's one that I remember the most. It was back I was back in Christmas 2010. I was living with my grandparents at the time because my mom was in the hospital. So I moved in with them for like the entirety of for most of my for the entirety of fifth grade. So Christmas that year, yeah, mom stayed at the hospital. We had Christmas Eve dinner at the hospital too. We had like a chicken from Publix, and I watched like a Garfield Christmas episode on TV. So that night, when Grandpa, and I got home, I watched the first Despicable Me movie. It was the only one that was released way back in 2010. And Christmas Day, I woke up and under the tree, I saw an Xbox 360 and Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. Because that was like a recent release way back in 2010 because that's the first game I've ever played on a console. Sure, the VTech V Smile was a console, but I don't count that. This is the first game I've ever played on a console. And Christmas break that year, I played almost every day. And we had snow, if you can believe it, because down here Georgia has like a record of like getting little to no snow. Because if I remember correctly, just this year, way back in January, or was it February? No, it was February. No, wait, hold on. It was January. We had snow, and I'm gonna sidetrack here for a minute because my uncle, when he was alive, he had like his rod removed from his hip. They had to push it like a few days before because snow was on the way. So we did have snow that this year. I believe I have like a video on it. I don't know. Let me check that. Yep, I did a few videos. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I did a few videos on snow back in January. Back in January. And that was after Grandma Craig and I got home from Pinnacle Orthopedics. So let's get back to the main story here. So we had 2 to 4 inches of snow back in 2010. How do I know this? Because I looked on Facebook. One of the meteorologists from WSB, Brad Nitz, he did like he did a post about like Georgia having like little to no snow like once every so often. Because as I said, Georgia, it's kind of off and on with snow down here. And once I saw it snowing, I built a snowman. I wish I had pictures of this, but I remember it though. I had fun in the snow with grandma. I, rem- I remember that the rest of my life. But now it's a warm Christmas out there. Besides, I'm wearing a turtleneck and black flared pants. I ain't going out there anytime. I ain't going out there anytime soon. So it was a great Christmas that year. Because things were simple back in those days. And back then, in my uncle's room, in the den, my grandma had a CRT TV. And surprising, it worked. My console hooked up to that CRT TV, and it worked. So I had a great Christmas that year. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this little Christmas story of years past. Yeah, I enjoyed that Christmas because everything was simple back in those days. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys later. Bye guys.